right now we putting down some artistic motions for the city. Welcome to Community Luxury. For JP, you know, my boy JPMurals, you know, one of the hidden gems, you know, on this West Coast. I'm about to let him talk to y'all. For those that don't know you, man, let them know what city you from, what you do the best, and man, just how you get down.
Yo, so my name is Juan Pablo Reyes, also known as JPMurals, and first of all, I want to go ahead and thank you for coming out here, for kind of setting up the whole situation, the whole vibe. You know, it's a pleasure to be here, dog, and you know, I respect and I look up to your hustle and how you put on for the valley, how you put on for the 8. You know what I mean? There's only been a few fools, and at least in my eyes, I can tell that, you know what I mean, you have the heart for it, and not just the heart, but you do it in a genuine manner. You know what I mean? Not trying to fucking look for clout, not trying to go ahead and you know, do it for anything other than like, you know, just attention, but it comes from the heart, you know what I mean? So I appreciate that, you know what I mean?
Man, that's love, dog.
Hell yeah, no doubt, bro. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, my name is Juan Pablo Reyes, also known as JPMurals, and you know, I'm a mural artist from the San Fernando Valley. I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and you know what I mean? I'm here in the Pocomo Projects, is where I grew up at. This the city that kind of gave me the strength to be able to you know, create my own path, you know what I mean, and not care about what anybody got to say. You know, I got a lot of downfalls here, but they also taught me to be strong and you know, just chase my own dreams and be able to say, you know, like, fuck what everybody got to say about me, you know what I mean? I'm chasing my own dream, I'm chasing my own path, you know what I mean, and here to inspire the new generation, and here to inspire my little brothers, my little sisters, you know, here to fucking make my parents proud, and you know what I mean, we're here painting forever on some valley shit, you know what I mean? I'm proud to be from the valley.
Man, so growing up in the valley, how would you say, you know, it influenced your style? Like, what made you start, you know, getting into art? And who were some of the people, like, you know, in your city or in your community that kind of made you want to take that leap? Style, you know, of art, or what made you want to start art?
So, you know, it's always been a pleasure for me to go ahead and, you know, grow up in the valley. You know, I come straight from Mexico, you know what I mean? So I landed here when I was like 6 years old, you know what I mean? So this is all I know. Like, Pocomo adopted me, you know what I mean? And I'm its son, you know what I mean? I'm a product of it, and you know what I mean? I love it, you know. I'll give an arm and a leg, you know, for this city, you know what I mean? It's molded me to who I am, and you know, in an artistic manner, I think a lot of people that, you know, that go to schools, they look up to you know, Pablo Picasso, you know, Michelangelo. Me, I got hood stars here, you know what I mean, and I look up to them, you know, like, you know, from my homeboy Manny Velasquez, my homeboy Levi Ponce, you know what I mean, just everybody that gave me the game, you know what I mean, to be able to hustle on my own, to be able to give me the wings and give me the support to go out there and, you know, paint my own murals, you know what I mean, and create my own legacy, and, you know, show the kids that, you know, instead of walking around with a gun and some drugs, you can walk around with a brush and your degree. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody that gave me that game, that gave me that love. You know, and a lot of game does come from my pops and my mom. You know what I mean? Being able to see them struggle and, you know, just kind of see them trying to make the way for us. You know, leaving their family back at home to give us a better story, give us a better, you know, a better chapter in the book called life. You know what I mean? And yeah, I do it for them. I do it for my people. I do it for everybody that believed in me when I was a kid. I do it for the people that believed in me when no one else did. You know, there's only been a few people, you know what I mean? I still do it for them, and, you know what I mean? It's all love and it's all pleasure to be able to give back. And, you know what I mean? I'm about, you know, giving back to my community, giving back to the kids, giving back to my parents, giving back to, you know, people that support me. Because, you know, supporting a dream, it's tough, you know what I mean? But they say it doesn't cost money. You know what I mean? It costs dedication. It costs, like, a free post. It costs for you to go ahead and bring them some food, you know what I mean? So, appreciate everybody from the 818, you know what I mean? And we here from the valley side.
There you go. You feel me? They looking for that direction, and you know, coming up, it wasn't like a lot of people who was pushing that type of agenda in the 818. You feel me? Like, yeah. Especially, you know, growing up in Pacoima, like, it was a whole nother agenda. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the art is what's gonna help everybody, you know, see the difference between the valley side. You know what I mean? And it start with us.
Yeah, it's the art. It's you know, and I feel like that's why a lot of homeboys that I grew up with have a lot of love for me, because I'm able to go out my own way and carve my own path instead of kind of following the traditional way of just, you know, just hanging around all the time and, you know, drinking and robbing and stealing and shit like that. You know what I mean? I can be doing this, and I can make regular. I could make real money that's legitimate. You know what I mean? And there's a quote that says, "I don't need a skill because I got skills." You know what I mean? So I don't gotta go ahead and sell drugs like that. I can sell my paintings and they'll make the same amount of money.
Oh God, what made you like growing up in the section of Pacoima? What made you want to step out and be like, man, everybody playing sports, or everybody want to do music? Like, what made you be like, I'm gonna pick up the brush?
I didn't have a choice, bro. I feel like this was my calling, bro. This was what I wanted to do. Like, I didn't think about like, yo, like, you know how people sometimes be in college
got it mapped out.
Yeah, and they be in college, be like, okay, well, I'm gonna choose this career. No, like, this shit chose me since a kid. You know, I remember being in this school right here, in Pacoima Charter School. I was already fucking drawing, painting. You know what I mean? And I followed that ever since. Charter school, middle school, high school, college, and it always stuck with me. And people are amazed to see me, like, people from middle school, like, damn, we kept with it. You know what I mean? You're doing big things now. It's like, I'm only doing big things because I fucking had a long trajectory of it. Like, I had fucking 10 years in. And you know what I mean? Ice Cube said, like, if you're not ready to fucking put in like 5-6 years of work without receiving no payment, with struggling and the bus with no money, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be with this. This is how much my heart is in it. You know what I mean? Because I had no money when I started. You know what I mean? I was struggling, paying people to, like, go ahead and let me paint the wall, their murals. You know what I mean? But now it's all different, and that's a trajectory that I think everybody can go ahead and follow. If you put in work for 10 years, I think that's what Jordan said. You know what I mean? But a famous basketball player said that's a rule of like 100,000 hours or something like that.
Yeah, 10,000 hours.
10,000 hours
is
like 10 years of work. Put that shit in and watch something beautiful manifest.
Watch it grow.
Yeah, watch it grow. And you can't not like get with it. Like, you cannot like not make it. Like, you fucking being great at what you do. You know what I mean? And usually, I didn't follow that traditional path of like, I did go to college for architecture. You know what I mean? But my murals started taking off, and at one point I had to make a choice whether it was school or whether it was my art. You know what I mean? I love art and I needed money, help my family out. So.
But you don't need a math book to be no fucking artist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this shit comes from the street. You know what I mean? And the big thing that actually like motivated me too was I used to do a lot of graffiti when I was a kid. And seeing the colors come out. Beyond seeing like gang graffiti, I used to see like real art graffiti. In crews from the valley. You know what I mean? Whether it was like Arcade, whether it was like what's other crews, like me and my other homies buy some other crews up, but there was Arcade, RB, 025, they were like the big crews that were repping. And you know what I mean, as a kid I was fascinated by them. I used to like, that's when the internet started coming for me, you know what I mean, and I started kind of going into Flickr, going out to Pixlr, and kind of just seeing their own shit, and I just got inspired by it.
What was one of the biggest pieces you see? You was like, man, I'm about to do some shit like that.
Yo, a big shout out to my homeboy Plaguer, my homeboy that I'm friends with now, and it's fucking crazy to me because if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'll be here, because his pieces inspired me so much, because he used to just go all out, go all big, all city, and his style was crazy. So I remember I used to always wanted to kind of mimic his style along with like 10 different styles, put them in a blender, and I'll come out, and like, big shout out to and I've told him this in person. I told him, bro, like, you inspired me so much. I'm glad we're friends, you know what I mean? And we're gonna have some future collaborations going on, So he's a pinnacle of like my art things. Not just him, you know what I mean? My homeboy Esto too. Some real graffiti writers are still in the game and are still putting in work, and you know what I mean, they're older and they're still doing it, and that shows love and passion.
That's what you need, is to survive. Passion. If your homie is an artist, you hold the fucking paint.
And you hold them down,
No doubt. The Valley way, you feel me?
Straight up.
Here to see a squirt on the job, goddammit. Like,
man,
quick
some real shit. This ain't no sponsor shit, some real shit
I got you, bro. Shit, he got me wanting to try this shit.
That shit's delicious.
There you go.
That's a great mix.
This gonna be a good bloopers, man. They gonna show this shit like, he gonna be like, 20
you
seconds.
Sipping paint? You doing that sipping paint, huh?
Sipping paint.
Ocho, I want you to get a stripe right here, dog.
Let's do it.
You can finesse the skills, and these are transferable skills, you know what I mean, that you can go ahead and take for life, and make some money, dog, like, and be able to bless someone else and equip them with the right knowledge, the right like tools for them to make their own money. You know what I mean? And if you dedicate it, come on, how can you fail? You know what I mean? We gave you the blueprint, we gave you the skills, we gave you everything you needed. Come on, man, it's up to you. You're gonna sit on your ass, you're gonna be lazy? Hey, I'm sorry for you, dog. It's not meant for you, bro. You know, because this shit takes time, it's vision, it's talent, it's coordination, it's everything put together. Valley shit.
Man, give him some more Henny, goddammit. I was like, shit, my bad, bro. What you think? I ain't want to fuck up that part. I kind of fucked up that.
Yeah, you fucked this shit up, but I'm gonna fix it though, gang.
Promise? You promise, bro?
You know, they're the ones that supported me when, you know what I mean? When nobody, even they didn't believe it at first. But no one does though, dog. You got to have that vision, fool. No one fucking believes you, fool. People think you're fucking crazy and you're lame and you're not gonna make it, dog. Until you really fucking start pushing some fucking weight on it.
Facts.
And you know what I mean? You start fucking like treating everybody like, yo. You start making everybody overthink and kind of bite the tongue at the end of the day. Like, fool, fuck you, dog. I'm gonna do my shit, homie, and I don't give a fuck, dog. Like, cause I used to suck when I was younger, and my homeboys. They used to tell me like, "Fool, you're whack, fool." Like,
yeah, no, that's how it is.
And you know what? He's like, my homies used to always be in fucking like in the juvenile halls and camp. It's like, boy, I got homies way better than you in camp and shit like that. It hurt me, dog, but it wasn't gonna stop me, dog.
All right, bro, watch. I'm gonna get sick, homie.
Yeah, exactly.
And look at you now. They be over here probably hitting you up. Like, I know him.
They love me, dog. My homeboys, fool, they brag about me. Like, they're like, fool, why don't you use that shit as to pick up fucking girls and shit like that? Like, I tell them, nah, you know what I mean? I don't do that, bro. Like, they gonna fuck with me for who I am. Everything else is an extra, though. You know? Pull up, you see me all fresh? Aldridge, hey, I'm about to get into the homeless homie right after.
Toast. This nigga's a fool, man. He's a fucking fool.
All the fools that I used to fucking look on Flickr and all type of shit.
Oh yeah.
They're my homeboys now, nigga. And it's like, yo, that's fucking crazy. Fool, every fool I looked up to when I was a kid, fool, is my homeboy now, fool. And that's always a blessing, because sometimes you're a kid, bro, and you just don't know where you gonna be at later on, 5-6 years down the line, bro. Now they look up to you as much as you look up to them. You know?
Yeah. You're inspiring, bro.
I'll come through. It's my homeboy's brand right here.
Yeah, for the house. Nice to meet you. Ocho. Nice to meet you, Lisa.
Very nice to meet you.
Hello.
How you doing, boss? Yeah, forever on some Valley shit. It's a Valley brand. You know what I mean? It's like Valley, A18, you know what I mean? Just inclusive. And like, you know, everybody's kind of like, you know, hood right here, you know.
Community luxury brand.
Yeah, it's a community luxury. That's a line that we're going to bring out right here.
Dope, I like that.
You know what I mean? Got in my tuxedo out. Oh, they got a...
Nah, Willing Hills. We got out here still forever. We gonna do the Valley. Yeah.
No.
Definitely, man.
If we ain't working, pop out. You know who's gonna be selling like, you know, like badass clothes. We'll be selling like hibachi food. I'm gonna be painting. I'm gonna be painting Rich Valleys up there.
Yeah. All A18 appreciation type thing, you know, for the city. Oh yeah, I grew up in Vaughny. Yeah. So we all from over in the section for the community, you know.
You picked the right guy to do your artwork for sure.
When the only guy, you know what I'm saying? JP go crazy.
Don't make me blush, cause I
yeah, look, he like, did you see this coat? You see this coat?
You know? Community luxury.
No,
yeah.
nice
I'll check it out on Instagram for
yeah,
sure.
For sure.
Right?
Do that.
Hey, can we get a shot with me and you?
A what?
My older sister, she's a year older than me. And you know, I grew up with her since fucking kids. We used to fucking fight all the time. But, you know, as a sibling, like, you know, you have like this love-hate relationship with your, you know what I mean, with your older brother, sibling, or sister, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But as you grow older, you know, like, my parent always taught us that family is the most fucking important thing, you know, like, always stick together. My dad stresses that a lot, you know what I mean? And, you know, we grew up to just love each other, and, you know what I mean? I miss my sister, you know, now she had her own family, her little husband, you know what I mean? Now we got my little nephew, and, you know, I'm gonna bring her out just so I can show you, like, love is real, because, you know what I mean? A lot of families have hate towards their brothers. They don't talk to them, or they have like 10 years without talking to their brothers, without talking to their mom, and they're just like, yo, like, love overcomes all at the end of the day, you know? So brothers from the same struggle. Shit, we came here from Mexico here when we were like 5-6 years old. You know, we learned everything. We learned the American way here, And you know, she just held me down through so much. She held me down when I broke my leg. You know, I couldn't do shit, and she was there for me all the time. And that's how I know family's real. Family's always gonna be there for you.
Have it all. Belly side. Yeah, I'm pack flipping, Remy Martin yak sipping. You niggas right, Wells Fargo made me act different. Hoes kissing when my foot touched the ignition.